Alright crew, Abe here, deep in the shadowed grotto. The air hangs thick and still, almost hungry, like something ancient is holding its breath. My chef's knife feels heavy in my hand, humming with a primal energy that matches this forgotten place. Leela's analog EMF meter is twitching violently, confirming my gut feeling. This isn't just a flower, it's a honey trap orchid, pulsing with an unnatural energy, its delicate petals shifting like watchful eyes, following our every move. This whole grotto feels like a spiritual pressure cooker, and this orchid is definitely the lid. I take a deep breath, trying to steady myself against the oppressive stillness. My fingers brush a petal, and it feels strangely warm, almost alive, like soft, sticky skin. The scent hits me then, a wave of cloying sweetness, like 1,000 honeypots spilling at once, mixed with something metallic and sharp. It's overwhelming, sickly, yet strangely inviting, pulling me closer. My hand trembles slightly, a rare hesitation. I grip the knife tighter, positioning it carefully at the orchid's thick, fibrous stem. This purification needs absolute precision. I make the cut. The moment the blade severs the stem, the sweetness explodes. It's not just a smell anymore. It's a physical force, pressing in on my chest, making my ears ring with a high-pitched whine. My vision blurs for a second. A dizzying rush of sugary air and shimmering light. I stumble back, gasping for breath, the orchid now severed, but still radiating that intense, sickeningly sweet perfume. My tongue feels coated, even though I haven't tasted a single thing. It's like my entire body is trying to taste it, but my curse won't let it. The air itself feels sticky now. What just happened, crew? Did you feel that pressure? Or was it just me? Alright team, Abe the Cursed Chef here, deep in what the locals call the Whispering Caves. These walls, they're covered in ancient swirling glyphs, almost like a forgotten civilization, tried to warn us about something truly unsettling. Leela, my trusty seismologist, is already picking up strange readings. Her seismograph needle is dancing like it's got a mind of its own, showing a non-physical energy spike right here. She says the ground itself is resonating with a persistent spiritual anchor, folks, right where this orchid sits. And what an orchid it is! Not just any flower, but the legendary whispering blossom they warned us about. It pulses with a faint, ghostly light, almost inviting, yet deeply unsettling. I pull out my purification knife, its obsidian blade glinting under the cave's bioluminescence. I need a sample for purification, but first, I reach out just to gauge its aura. The air around it is cold. Not just chilly, but a deep, unnatural cold that makes the hairs on my arms stand up, prickling my skin. It feels like it's sucking the warmth right out of me, a strange, hollow sensation. I hesitate, my fingers tingling with an unfamiliar numbness. Then a faint, almost inaudible whisper brushes my ear. It's not a sound I can place, more like a memory of a sound, a forgotten echo from a dream. It feels wrong. My head swims for a second. A strange lightness, like a part of me, just shifted. The glyphs on the wall seemed to pulse faintly in response. Did anyone else feel that sudden chill? Or hear anything just now? Alright crew, Abe the Cursed Chef is back, and today we're diving into something truly sticky. You see this place? It's like a forgotten garden, but every bloom here whispers ancient secrets. The air smells thick, sweet, almost sickly, like old honey mixed with ozone. Just moments ago, a spectral moth, shimmering like moonlight on water, drifted too close to this beauty, the honey trap orchid. One touch, and it froze solid, turning to dust right before my eyes. That's our ingredient. My goal is a clean extraction. I grab my trusty tongs, the steel cool against my palm. This orchid, it feels alive, almost watching. I lean in, the sweet scent now tinged with something sharp, like static electricity. My fingers tighten on the tongs, ready to snip the stem, but as the metal nears the petals, a jolt, a violent spiritual recoil, slams through my arm. It's like hitting an invisible wall of pure energy. The tongs fly from my grasp, clanging against the damp earth. My whole arm vibrates, a deep, unsettling tremor. The orchid pulses, a sickeningly bright glow radiating from its core, mirroring the shock I just felt. A bitter, metallic taste floods my mouth, sharp and unwelcome. It's not just a plant, is it? It's fighting back. What do you think, crew? Did you feel that ripple in the air? All right, crew, Abe the Cursed Chef here, tackling something truly unstable today. We're deep inside this crystalline cavern, folks, where the air hums with strange musical energy. The walls pulse with a faint inner light, like a living geode. My nose picks up a metallic tang, mixed with something sweet, like ozone and forgotten honey. This astral orchid is a nexus. Standard culinary methods won't cut it. I'm pulling out the ancient mortar and pestle, its stone smooth from generations of ritual. I begin a rhythmic grinding motion in the air, just above the orchid, not touching its petals directly. The pulsing flower immediately fights back. The cavern walls shimmer and distort, a reality-bending feedback that makes my vision swim. Leela's picking up significant psychometric feedback. She says this rhythmic action temporarily binds the surrounding spiritual energy, but it's a volatile hold. I feel a strange pressure behind my eyes, my focus stretching thin. The air grows heavy, thick, with the scent of burning sugar and something alien. The mortar vibrates in my hand, humming with the captured energy. This purification is a delicate dance with chaos. What's your read on the energy levels, crew? All right, crew. Abe here, back from the wilds with our next impossible ingredient. This honey trap orchid. It's still pulsing with an unnerving, almost hungry light, even wrapped in this spiritually charged linen. A cloying sweetness, like fermented honey mixed with something metallic and faintly musky, fills the air around me. My recipe notes, clutched tight, feel strangely warm, almost burning against my palm, absorbing some unseen energy. I unfold them carefully on my makeshift stone counter, the parchment crinkling with a dry, almost brittle sound. The ethereal buzzing in my ears hasn't stopped since we left the clearing. It feels like 1,000 tiny, unseen eyes are on me, watching every single move. I pause, my fingers hovering over the orchid, a strange, persistent prickle on my skin. I reach for my purification knife, its obsidian blade cool and heavy in my grip. As I gently unwrap the linen, the orchid's vibrant, almost iridescent petals unfurl slightly, releasing a wave of that sickly sweet scent that makes my throat tighten and my head spin. The air around me thickens, almost visible, shimmering with faint, golden motes that dance in the dappled sunlight. Even the ancient, moss-covered stone walls of the village seem to hum faintly in response, a low, resonant thrumming beneath my feet. A single, shimmering drop of dew, or something else entirely, from the orchid brushes my finger. A sharp, cold sensation. Then a sudden, dizzying rush of fragmented images. Brief, vivid glimpses of a vast, ancient forest. Then nothing but the buzzing. Did you catch that on camera, team? What just happened? All right, crew. Welcome back to the hearth, where ancient magic meets modern culinary chaos. This isn't just any fire. It's a roaring, dancing inferno in an old stone hearth built from rough-hewn stones that feel centuries old. The shadows it casts twist and writhe like forgotten spirits across the rough-plastered walls. I carefully lift the shimmering violet orchid, its petals almost too vibrant, too perfect, and lower it into my great-grandmother's cast-iron cauldron. This pot has seen centuries of strange brews, and it hums with a familiar, deep resonance. As the heat intensifies, a sickly sweet, cloying aroma hits me, an intense sensory spike that feels like it's trying to glue my nostrils shut. I flinch, pulling back slightly, a small cough escaping me as the scent clings to my throat. It's a heavy, almost syrupy smell, thick with something profoundly wrong, like decay trying to mimic perfume. Leela, peering intently at her anachronistic Geiger counter, points sharply towards the cauldron, her brow furrowed. She's confirming a rapid decay of spiritual interference within the immediate vicinity of the cauldron. I explain, my voice steady despite the overwhelming scent. It's working, folks, but whatever's being purged, it's loud. The fire itself seems to crackle with an unusual intensity, almost humming with the energy Leela detects. The air around the cauldron feels thicker, vibrating with an unheard frequency that makes my teeth ache. What do you guys hear, or rather, feel, from this strange purification? Hey, crew! Abe the Cursed Chef here, ready to tackle another impossible ingredient from the portals. Today, we're facing the honey trap orchid. It smells deceptively sweet, like burnt sugar and something ancient. My kitchen, usually so steady, feels a little off today, almost shimmering at the edges near the hearth where the last portal closed. I grab my favorite tasting spoon. It's silver, still faintly warped from that last encounter with the whispering root. I carefully spoon a small portion of the now-cooked honey trap orchid. It's thick, syrupy, almost like hardened honey, catching the light in strange ways. I hesitate just for a second, feeling a faint hum from the spoon itself. Then I bring it to my tongue. The moment it touches, an intense, physical mouth-gluing sensation immediately seals my jaw shut. It's not just physical, it feels spiritual, a violent transformation beginning deep inside. My vision blurs, the hearth fire morphs into a swirling vortex of colors, reds and purples I've never seen. My head aches, a pressure building behind my eyes. I realize the effect isn't just preventing possession, it's actively purging something from me, pulling at my very core. What do you think it's trying to get rid of, crew? All right, crew. Today we're pushing the boundaries of what's real, even for us. The air in this new pocket of reality isn't just cold, it shimmers with unseen energy. I see edges of things that shouldn't exist, like the world is fragmenting into 1,000 glass panes. Shadowy figures flicker in my peripheral vision, just beyond the veil, watching. My chef's torch feels like the only solid thing left. Its familiar weight, a comfort in this swirling chaos. I grip it tighter, the flame a tiny sun against the encroaching strangeness. I'm trying to purify this new ingredient, a jagged obsidian shard that hums with a low, unsettling vibration. As the torch's heat touches its surface, the shard doesn't melt, it fractures the air around it. My mouth, already sealed from our last encounter, now feels like it's been spiritually corked. It's not just speech I can't manage, it's a deeper exhalation, a part of my very essence, trapped inside. My body feels like taffy, stretching and compressing simultaneously, a bizarre, disorienting sensation. I stumble, almost dropping the torch, the ground beneath me momentarily dissolving into light. The obsidian shard pulses, mirroring the strange rhythm of my own distorted heart. Can you guys see those flickers in the corners of the room? Or is it just me? The spiritual purge reaches its agonizing climax now, crew. The air around me smells like ozone and ancient burning paper, a scent of forgotten libraries engulfed in a silent, cold fire. My own form feels stretched, thin, almost transparent. I can see in a faint outlines of the portal's edge through my own hand as I grip the glowing orchid. The whispers are no longer just whispers. They are a cacophony of desperate, echoing screams pressing in on my mind, a metallic tang filling my mouth. I almost drop the orchid, my fingers suddenly feeling like they don't belong to me. A strange, unglued sensation that makes me hesitate. I steady my grip on the orchid, its light pulsing against my palm, a warmth spreading through my arm. The kitchen around me seems to waver, the familiar counters blurring at the edges. Leela, ever calm, adjusts a small dial on her multi-spectrum analyzer. She glances up, her eyes wide with a focused intensity. She's detecting a complete recalibration of dimensional resonance around my energy signature, folks. I manage to gasp out, the words feeling foreign, like they're being spoken by someone else. My tongue feels unglued, almost detached from my mouth. The orchid isn't just preventing possession from whatever lurks beyond that portal. It's actively rewriting my spiritual blueprint. This isn't just a defense mechanism. It's a fundamental change, a complete overhaul. My vision flickers, the kitchen around me shimmering like heat haze, then solidifying, then shimmering again. What do you think this new blueprint will taste like? Folks, this isn't just a recipe anymore. The world snaps back into focus, sharper, as if a veil has permanently lifted. My recipe notes glow with an ethereal light now, their ink shifted into ancient runes. This world's energy has faded into the void, leaving us with a spiritual warning. A lingering coldness hangs in the air, a constant reminder of the honey trap orchid. I now perceive the unseen, every shadow a potential whisper. I reach for a new ingredient, a shimmering, almost translucent crystal, humming faintly on the counter. The runes on my notes pulse with a soft internal rhythm, guiding my hand towards it. I try to steady my breath, but the air around the crystal feels thin, like breathing in pure emptiness. My fingers brush the crystal's surface, and a jolt of ice shoots up my arm, a cold that bypasses skin and goes straight to bone. It smells of ozone and distant, forgotten starlight, a scent that prickles the back of my throat. A faint, shimmering outline appears around the crystal, a ghostly aura I couldn't perceive before, twisting like smoke. The cold deepens, seeping into my bones, a chill that isn't physical, but spiritual. I hesitate, my grip on the crystal faltering for a moment, a strange dread washing over me. The runes on the page flicker wildly, urging me forward, yet warning me back with their shifting light. This isn't just cooking, it's navigating a new reality, a world suddenly alive with unseen forces. Do you feel this strange, profound emptiness too?